Welcome back to another video of Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. Still in the Invasion era, booking Judgment Day 2001. Um, I'm not going to predict when I'm going to get this video up because every time I try to do that, it ends up not happening for one reason or another. But let's run Judgment Day and let's see how the show goes. In a poor pre-show match, Billy Gunn defeated Canyon and Raven when Billy Gunn pinned Raven with a gunslinger. This guy is 62. Since I couldn't do hardcore matches because I have Canal Digital as a provider, this was not a hardcore title match. So Lillian Garcia is interviewing Chris Benoit, and she goes, "Tonight, Chris Benoit, you face Kurt Angle once again tonight at Judgment Day. You two have been competing against one another since WrestleMania. Will you settle your issues tonight, once and for all?" Chris Benoit goes, "Lillian, I'm not sure. One thing I will say about Kurt Angle is he's a competitor like myself, but we also both think we are the best, and both can't be true at the same time. Kurt has defeated me at WrestleMania, at Insurrection, but I got the victory in our Ultimate Submission match at Backlash. This night might be the final encounter between us before we go on different paths, and I'm coming out there against Kurt Angle with everything I have because I have something to prove. I'm not sure Kurt Angle can say the same thing. What happens starting tomorrow? We'll just have to wait and see." And this got a 41. Lillian Garcia underperformed. Performance of Benoit was fantastic. Again, I put this on the pre-show just in case it didn't do well, because usually Benoit is not a good promo. So after this interview, in a pre-show bout that had decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Rikishi defeated Taz by pinfall with a big splash. This got a 65. Okay, so one thing I did forget in the last pre-show match, but I went back and watched it and then just started a new video when continuing, is to get the in-ring performance scores so I know who to give a hug, who to praise, who to point out as a good example, etc., etc., because I'm going to do that for the top 3 performers of the night. So Taz 64, Rikishi 59. So Taz, Rikishi. All right, so that was the pre-show. Now it's time for the actual event. In a decent match, William Regal defeated Eddie Guerrero by submission with the Regal stretch. This got a 58. A video plays hyping the WWF Women's Championship match between Chyna and Lita. This got a 58. And about to have decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Chyna defeated Lita by pinfall with a powerbomb. Chyna successfully defends the WWF Women's Championship, and this got a 59. I'm going to keep this part where I update this list in the video so you can see who's like near the top as I go through the matches one by one, who takes a top spot or just comes short of taking a top spot or even takes a bottom spot um, as the show goes on. So I'm not going to be cutting when I update the in-ring performances. That I'm not going to cut that out of this video. So The Undertaker has a promo. And he goes, "Stone Cold Steve Austin, the WWF champion. Do you feel it slipping away? You've been dodging me for weeks, but tonight you have nowhere to run. There is nobody that can save you, and you're going to have to pay for what you've done. When we get in that ring, what are you going to do? Your ass belongs to me, and after tonight, the same will be true for the one thing you hold dear, which is your WWF championship. Tonight, Stone Cold will be judged for what he has done, and I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. Judgment Day is a fitting name because tonight is Stone Cold's Judgment Day. And this got a 76, but The Undertaker was very poor when trying to improvise dialogue. Okay. In about that great heat and good wrestling, Big Show defeated Diamond Dallas Page by pinfall with a choke slam. And this got a 72. So Kurt Angle's being interviewed by Jonathan Coachman. Jonathan Coachman catches Kurt Angle backstage as he is stretching, getting ready for his match later in the night. And Jonathan Coachman goes, Kurt, I know you're getting ready for your match with Chris Benoit. I was wondering if you had any comments before your match with Benoit tonight. And Kurt Angle goes, Coach, tonight will be a great night because not only do I get to prove that I am more of a superior wrestler than Chris Benoit, but I also get my gold medals back. See, I have no doubt I will walk out victorious, thanks in part to my three eyes. But afterwards, I will take back my gold medals, which Benoit didn't have any right to take in the first place. Chris, we might have similarities, but there are many more differences between us. But this will not be settled unless I get my gold medals back, which I will do when I beat you in that ring again. This only got a 64. I thought Kurt Angle would be a better promo. Kurt Angle came out of this looking excellent. He enjoyed the freedom to go off script. Coachman did a masterful job improvising with the crowd. It's got the crowd harder, so that 64 wasn't really an indicator of how well Coach and Kurt Angle did in this interview. We cut back to the arena. Booker T, who was suspended until he is medically cleared, is seen sitting in the crowd. And like when the camera goes on him, he shows his ticket to show that he's got a right to be in the crowd for Judgment Day. And this got a 68. In about had decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Buff Bagwell defeated Albert and Test when Buff Bagwell pinned Test with a yellow jacket suplex. Excuse me. Buff Bagwell makes defense number one of the WWF European Championship, and this got a 63. So Buff Bagwell 61, Test 55, Albert 54 for in-ring performance scores. All right, time to just want to make sure this is recording. Yep. Okay, time to move on. Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin are backstage. Vince goes, Stone Cold, tonight is the night. It's your night to prove The Undertaker does not have a chance in hell of walking out here WWF champion as long as he has to go through you. But tonight, we have to finish this because my son Shane and WCW continue to disturb us on Raw and SmackDown. So are you ready tonight to handle The Undertaker? And Stone Cold was tightening his knee braces when he looks up at Vince McMahon. And Stone Cold goes, was that a rhetorical question? Or were you really expecting an answer? Every time I've gotten in the ring with The Undertaker, and bam, he goes out. So tonight, I am walking out the WWF champion. And we both know there's nothing that can be done about that. If you are worried about your son and WCW, they are nothing more than a bunch of flies flying around. If they continue to stick their nose where they don't belong, then we'll show them how bad of a choice that is. Tonight, WCW is not a concern to me. Your son is not a concern. Proving The Undertaker doesn't deserve a title match against me is all I care about. To answer your question, oh hell yeah. I'm ready to go out there and prove it. So Vince McMahon psyching up, making sure Stone Cold's ready for his title defense against The Undertaker. This guy's 78. Stone Cold came out of this looking excellent. Vince McMahon was superb working without a script. Austin did a masterful job improvising with the crowd. Austin benefited from having a hot catchphrase. This got the crowd excited. A video plays hyping Trish Stratus and Ivory, with Trish Stratus's problems with right to censor as of late. In a bout that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Ivory defeated Trish Stratus by pinfall with the facebuster. During the match, we also had Steven Richards run in and attack Trish to help Ivory get the victory. This got a 58. Richards did good work at ringside. Almost forgot to get Trish and Ivory scores. A music video shown to promote Edge and Christian. This got a 59. In a bout that had decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, the Hardy Boys defeated Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and the APA. First, Edge and Christian were eliminated, then the Dudley Boys, and then the APA. Edge and Christian showed excellent chemistry teaming together. Hardy showed excellent chemistry teaming together. Jeff Hardy was off his game. Dudley showed excellent chemistry teaming together. Jeff Hardy and Lita have great chemistry. I didn't say anything about the APA. I wonder why. All right. Matt 64, Jeff 66. The Dudleys, Bubba 64, Devon 63. And then Farouk and Bradshaw. Bradshaw 62, Farouk 59. All right, so this is going to be when the Hardys are going to be facing Austin and Triple H probably the next night on Raw for the tag team titles, because I don't remember the last time I had them defend it. Definitely wasn't Insurrection, and they're defending their singles titles tonight. So a video plays hyping Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle. This guy's 72. In a superb match, Kurt Angle defeated Chris Benoit by submission with an ankle lock. This guy's 78. The injury that Chris Benoit worked through took a big toll. That's right. He's got a, I forgot what they called it, but something to do with his nose. Video plays hyping Triple H and Kane. This got a 69. In a superb match, Triple H defeated Kane by pinfall with a pedigree. Triple H makes defense number 2 of the Intercontinental Championship. The match deserved better color. Triple H and Stephanie have great chemistry. A video plays hyping Austin and The Undertaker. This guy's 69. In an exceptional match, Stone Cold defeated The Undertaker by pinfall with a stunner. Stone Cold makes defense number 2 of the WWF World Heavyweight title. This got 81. Austin got 87. Undertaker got 83. So it looks like I'm going to be praising the Power Trip and Kurt Angle after tonight's show. I know the pay-per-view, I think Cablevision is not going to be happy. I think I fell below their minimum requirements without even seeing the final score yet. So I might have to find a new provider that's more possible to that will broadcast in America, and I think they also do Canada, if I'm not mistaken. The show lost popularity in 33 regions, gained popularity in 9, got 71. So, like I said, um, Triple H, they're all getting praised. Triple H seemed pleased. Kurt Angle seemed pleased. Steve Austin seemed pleased. Chuck Norris is in the game. Did not know he was in this mod. But I guess why not? I mean, he did have a couple appearances in WWF as an enforcer, at least one. So, anyway, Big Show wants time off, so I'll have to give him. It was DirecTV that I was thinking about, not Cablevision. All right. Judgment Day got over 1 million buys, 1,336,280. Drug test fees, Joe Briscoe. Christian is a star in the making. The kid could make us some serious money in the future. Heat got that for people who weren't watching the pre-show on the pay-per-view network. Jericho and Rhino are back. So Big Show wants time to heal. So we're gonna give him. I'll give him a couple weeks. Uh, Annoyed because of the apparent atmosphere. Now we gotta see what this is about. Incident involving Kip James, Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn has been identified as a steroid user. Press have not gotten hold of it. Um, I'll find. I for some reason I can't send him to rehab. I guess you can't do it for steroids. So um, I'll find him. So anyway, I have to find a different broadcaster that's for events that's not let's see type cable pay-per-view coverage at least in the U.S. Um, Delphia, Bell Express, Bresnan, ooh, very small. Adelphia so far. Bell Express is better. Cox, DirecTV, I already have a deal with them, but they want like 87 on shows. Dish Network, huge. Time Warner, big. Okay. So I guess Dish Network, since they're huge in the U.S., new deal for events. They want 77. Maybe, I mean, I know I could just alter the time frame, but I don't really want to do that. So maybe very big. Bell Express View, see what they want before 71. That could be done. Um, Try to get as much for the company as I can from the revenue. Well, yeah, they'll definitely get 12 episodes because it's a 1 year deal. So okay, that's Bell Express who is on for events. Um, so um, yeah, so this was Judgment Day 2001. There is one thing I want to do. I'm going to give Booker T a week off, so I don't have to keep finding things for him to do. Um, you cannot give Booker T time off as he is out injured. Hmm. All right. Well, even if I don't find anything for him, he's just got another week on the list, right? Booker T, 7 days. Yeah. So, all right. So, unfortunately, there's some morale issues. I knew that was going to happen, just because it's really hard to get the 80s on shows and stuff. So, but hey, I'll just have to work through it. Um, I hope you enjoyed this. This was Judgment Day. The next time, this is, I'm just going to say this will be up sometime like Tuesday or Wednesday is what I'm shooting for. I'm not going to guarantee it. But the next episode after this will be the final War for May of 2001. Until then, good night, everyone.